We will be starting module 1, that is introduction to cost accounting, or introduction to costing, or introduction to cost. Now, why we need to learn costing? I have given you the whole syllabus. So you know this is my syllabus, this is my references, but why will you study costing at the first place? Well, you will study costing uh, because listen to this two different cases and you will understand. So the first case is like this. Om Shri Company Limited has an investment of rupees 10 lakhs in the proposed project of ABC Company Limited, and the company estimated expenditure of rupees 8 lakh. So 10 lakh minus 8 lakh, estimated profit will be 2 lakh. Right? This is the situation. Now there is another company, Bajaj Private Limited, whose investment is same as that of Om Shri Company Limited, which is rupees 10 lakh, right? And they have also received the proposal to invest in the project of ABC Company Limited. Now, the company's cost managers or the cost department are having stringent costing plan, and they could reduce the costing to 7 lakh 50, which is 50,000 lower than that of Om Shri. So as you can see, the profit of the company automatically is increasing by 50,000. So this is why learning costing is very important. It's like home finance, like in our homes, our mother and father, they carry on the family. They takes care of the budget. Father, generally the traditional form is that father earns a certain amount of money and he gives it to your mother, and mother makes a budget. The mother who is very strict, or I will not say very strict, mothers who with the budget, we refer to them as misers, so that creates difficulty. But a strategic mother, like, she understands the need of the family, and she strategically reduces the cost, reduces the wastage wherever it is not required. That kind of family, they are very happy with their savings, because they can invest in different other avenues, and the family can flourish in different other area, maybe education, job, or maybe they can buy a house. Or right now in the modern society also, when mothers are working, fathers are working, the mothers or fathers who are saving, who are reducing cost, who are not wasting money. Like, if you are earning a certain amount of pocket money from your father or mother, and you are considering saving as one of an important option, the person who is saving more will get the benefit in future, and the person who is not saving, they will always struggle with finance. That is why understanding costing, learning costing is important. So now that is at an individual level. Now, why is costing important to be learned, and how it is helpful to management? So basically, costing helps in collection and presentation of cost data, right? So what happens with costing is that they, for creating a costing plan, they create various formats, various plans and policies in order to collect the amount of expenditures the company are having, and presenting the cost data to the management for proper decision making. Next is cost control. So why is planning required? Planning is required to exert control. Control where there is wastage of money. So, as I said, in case of Bajaj company, they have reduced the cost of 50,000. So, when they are making a profit of this extra 50,000, they can, utilize that amount of money for flourishment. That is why cost control is required. Cost control is nothing but controlling the costing activities so that there is minimum wastage and max. I can we can focus on expense only. So minimum wastage, right? And apportionment and absorption of cost in the right places. So apportionment means division of cost in the right units or departments, and absorption of the cost in right places. Fixation of price, again a decision making issue. Management deals with decision making only. So they need, first of all, a management needs information to make decisions. So costing techniques helps in collection and presentation of cost data. Management deals with the decision making and exerting control. Costing helps in costing control. And third is fixation of price. We know price is a major issue for selling the product. Specifically in India, we are very price sensitive. So, suppose you are manufacturing a pen, right? You're manufacturing a pen, making your pen the best as possible. Suppose you have thought of key on and around you will have rupees 5, but after adding all the features to your pen, making it smooth to write, making it there are two pointer, there can be four pointers to a pen. So keeping a space for two different colors, red and blue and black maybe. So you created the product, which is a wonderful product, which instead of 5 costed the customers rupees 10, rupees 15 maybe. But however, the customer, if they want to purchase a black and blue pen, they can invest 2.5 rupees each and can purchase black and blue pen separately altogether at rupees 5. So the customers will go for that kind of product which is less costly. However, the other manufacturer who first understood the product's market situation and understood that maximum I can take I can I can price my product at rupees 5. So in order to make the product at rupees 5, I need to cost the product at least maybe at 3 or maximum 3.5 to earn a profit of 1 or zero point 0.5 rupee each. So costing techniques which field in costing, uh, which is this not getting that marginal costing. Here we understand how to strategize and maintain our costing budget to that point, so that we can price our products which is market friendly or pocket friendly to the consumers. Because ultimately, if consumers are not purchasing your product, there is no point of creating even the best of the products in the market. So that is so therefore costing helps in fixation of price. Next is cost comparison. Costing helps in cost comparison of one company with another, or a company for, you can compare the cost of from the previous year to this year, or maybe the last 5 years to this year. So this cost comparison again helps in cost control. Again helps the management to make decisions to understand that the absorption and allocation process is going on properly. So yes, cost comparisons, which is an analytical tool in costing, is one of the vital important factors for management. Yes, it helps in
Ma'am,
decision. Yes, yes, Rishi.
ma'am, will you explain the fixation of price one more time?
Yes, so fixation of
Excuse me,
price. Yes, yes,
sorry to
Bhavya.
interrupt. Ma'am, two or three students are waiting because they got disconnected. Can you please let them in?
So as I was telling about fixation of price, The company needs to fix the selling price of the product, and costing helps in such fixation of price, because costing provides after fixing the price. So suppose you're fixing the price, there are two methods. First, you expend, so you understand this is my cost I have expended. So with cost you add profit, so cost plus profit is equals to selling price, right? Or you can go in a opposite direction. You decide the selling price first, say rupees 5, and then you understand, so this is the amount of profit I need in order to survive, and then you decide your cost price. So costing techniques, methods helps in such um, such a fitting into helps in fitting into such model. That is, first you decide the selling price, then profit, and then cost. There are different costing methods. So costing is a study which helps in reduction of cost, or I would say cost control. So which in turn helps in fixation of price very smoothly. Did I made my point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
So next is cost comparison. I need to explain this.
Ma'am, it's clear, this one.
Helps in decision making. Also, um, costing helps in measurement of efficiency. Efficiency as in the cost efficacy of the concern, because costing uses different cost analytical tools which measures the efficiency of the cost control techniques utilized by the company. Next is budgeting facility. Now, costing helps in planning. Planning, as in the financial planning, and budgeting is an integral part of financial planning. And costing is a study which calls for budgeting, which calls for creating a financial plan. So, yes, budgeting facility is provided with the costing tools and techniques. Costing, as I stated once, that cost accountancy, financial accountancy, management accountancy, all are interrelated with each other. However, they are not the same thing. So we need to suppose there is certain amount of financial profit. Suppose the financial profit of the concern is rupees 10 lakhs. However, you are seeing that in the costing books of account, the costing profit is rupees 8 lakh. But the profit is only one. The company is making only profit, right? So profit figure must be the same. So, what are the factors which is not considered, or you can say which are excluded in costing items from financial items, which are reducing the cost, which are reducing the costing profit, or vice versa? That is done when we relate, when we tally the financial profits with that of costing profit. When we tally the financial accounting items with that of cost accounting items. So costing helps in such tallying of financial accounting and cost accounting, which is necessary for again planning and decision making and understanding the exact profitability figure, costing figure, and other financial activities of the concern.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, this if suppose it is not telling, then can we assume that there is a basically a misappropriation or embezzlement of cash?
yes, absolutely. It must tally somewhere, like addition, subtraction. You can do. There are certain rules and regulation. We refer to it as reconciliation of financial profits with costing profit. So while you reconcile, while you tally, you reconcile, you will get to know whether there is any misappropriation or embezzlement. Absolutely.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, like
Okay, ma'am.
processes like trial balance, balance sheet, everything has to match in these processes.
Trial balance and balance sheet are financial tools And there are different costing tools, but there are different statements altogether. As I mentioned, one reconciliation of financial profit with costing profit, or vice versa. So this is one statement, a different form of BRS kind of a statement, which you prepare to reconcile the items which you have not considered in order to match the financial profit with that of costing profit. You just take the items, you don't take the whole balance sheet or profit and loss.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Next is avoidance of loss. So if there is proper costing planning, if there is proper channelization of different activities and techniques, and proper cost control, you can avoid loss for the company. If you take care of the cost, you have a stringent costing policy, you have considered all the factors in relation to the expenses or cost the company is going to bear, you can avoid loss or for the concern. Application of improved technique. Now, with the revolution of digital media, with the revolution of artificial intelligence, cloud computing, blockchain, there are different softwares which has improved the costing techniques to leaps and bounds. So now the companies, specifically the blue chip companies, as I refer to very large companies, they can easily, take care of their costing issues
Ma'am,
with
will you give
very
some example of blue chip companies?
blue chip companies like HCL, Hindustan Unilever, or TCS, or you can Reliance, RIL, Reliance you can take, or the Tata Steel companies. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Next is development and improvement of business. This is a very common point. So, when there is cost control, when there is proper allocation and absorption of cost, when you're avoiding losses, when there is proper budgeting, when there is proper maintenance of books of accounts by tallying financial accounts, when there is good costing and analytical tools which measures the efficiency, which takes care of cost centers and cost units, and proper collection of costing data, the company will have clear picture of where it is heading towards. So when the company will have this clear picture in front of them, they can make proper decisions. And when there is proper decision making, there is development and improvement of the business, right? The business will expand and flourish into different branches, or maybe into different products and services, um, or in some way or other it will improve. So that was about importance of
Ma'am,
costing. Yes.
ma'am, I have doubt in one point here, ma'am. Measurement of efficiency, will you explain one more time?
Yes, here measurement of efficiency means measurement of cost efficacy, cost efficiency of the concern. So this is one of the analytical tools in costing. Costing has different analytical tools which helps the company to know that how efficient is their costing system. Did I made
Okay,
my
ma'am.
point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you understood now?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay.
clear.
Okay. So now let's move on to importance to others apart from management. So, for workers, proper costing techniques means proper appraisals, proper analysis of workers' efficiency, how well the worker are working, because worker are one of the resources of the company. They are the men, eh, with respect to men, material, money, and yes, men, material, and money. So, workers are the men or the human resource, which are a very important factor, and definitely costing is involved with this men, the workers. So with the help of proper costing, with the help of proper costing appraisals, costing analysis, worker efficiencies can be understood and automatically, which will affect their um, salaries and wages. It will improve over time. Next is strong economic life of the concern, which in turn will help to establish job security of workers. So, as I stated earlier, with proper with proper costing control technique and planning, there will be stronger and stronger economic life of the concern, because the concern will be able to understand crystal clearly. They will be able to understand that where they're expending money, what are the areas of their wastage of money, how to reduce it, how to channelize the fund from that waste area to the right cost unit areas. So this way they will be having stronger economic life. So stronger economic life means the company will be sustaining more. As the company will be sustaining more, there will be more job security for the workers, for the employees. Third, the main owner's interest is profit, right? The owner's interest, like profitability or utilization of resources at the optimum level and scope of further development. So these objectives of owner can be easily taken care of. So that will enhance the scope of further development. And by the existence of a reliable cost accounting system, as I have been pointed earlier, profit is definitely going to increase. There will be optimum utilization of resources, and with proper decision making by using the cost accounting system, the company will grow. Next is third party creditors. So creditors can take decisions regarding extending credit to a business based on costing reports, audit reports. So costing is a area, like cost audits are also done. So with the help of that report, the stakeholders of the company can think about investing, giving credit to the company. Next is about government. So government can go for price fixation, price control, wage fixation by checking the consistent trend, the systematic trend the company is following with the help of various cost reports. And the society at large is benefited through cost reduction and price stability. There will be more employment, there will be more jobs, more job security. There will be more infrastructures in relation, because when a company is established properly, not only that company but other companies in relation to that company also develops. So yes, the society will be benefited at large. Okay. So just a second, one call. Um, so yes, that was society at large. So therefore, we can say that cost is nothing but expenses, right? We need to take care. We need to control in order to uh, feed the stakeholders of the company so that the company expands for a longer period of time. So that is why we need to know costing. So, but costing or cost. But now we will understand what is costing. So, as I pointed earlier, cost is nothing but the expenses of the company. So, cost is an expenditure that has been incurred or that can be attributed to a given thing or activity. Given thing or activity here pinpoints towards the unit where
Means ma'am, particular product.
product or department or a certain project where cost has been where an expenditure has been or budget has been thought of to be invested in or thought of to be expended. Yes, it's a particular product or a department or a certain kind of a project. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Next is, so now a cost can be an actual cost which has already been incurred, like the cost of materials purchased. So now what is an actual cost? So I think I have given this example previously also. Suppose you have purchased 10 rupees of Coca-Cola or Thumbs Up, whatever, I don't know your favorite brand. So your favorite cold drinks brand you purchase for rupees 10. Now, will you record in the financial account or costing account even that you have expended rupees 10? A layman who is not a accountant, he will say yes. We will record in our expenditure. But accountancy is telling that unless and until you have engulfed that cold drinks, you have engulfed the benefit, you will not record it. So cost is actual cost only if you have incurred certain benefit out of it, like cost of material purchase. So when you have purchased the material, you are utilizing it to, you're making it into work in progress in order to reach to its finished product. So unless and until you have used that cost of materials in for in the work in progress process, you're not considering it as an actual cost. So as per dictionary, if you go, what is cost? In a layman's language, cost is the price paid for something, right? Price paid for something means certain facility, right? But cost is not price. Cost is not selling price. Cost is different from selling price. What's the difference? The profit is the difference. So cost is not the price and they are not equivalent terms. According to the terminology of CIMA London, cost is the amount of expenditure, actual or notional, incurred on or attributable to a specific thing or activity. The American Accounting Association, on the other hand, considers cost as a foregoing measured in monetary terms, incurred or potentially to be incurred to achieve a certain purpose or objective. So, therefore, from the various definitions, we may say that cost is a payment which can be linked with a commodity or service. We can say that cost may be paid or notional. That is, notional means you have not paid for it, but you have set certain amount of money aside for that kind of activity.
Ma'am, we can say, ma'am, it is outstanding amount.
Outstanding is different. Outstanding is actually cost has happened, but you haven't paid for it yet. Right. So that is outstanding, and this is different. Because
Okay.
we always include the accrual basis only. We follow
And
accrual basis of accounting.
we can say like we have kept some amount of money for future for some reasons. We can say this one.
So don't think individually. When you are learning costing or financial accounting, you have to think like you are running a company, a large company. So these points are more relevant to a company or I would not say startup, but a very large or a medium company. For them, this kind of accounts are valid because startups and small enterprises, they are having different techniques of recording their books of accounts. Okay. So cost is a sacrifice or expense. Sacrifice means there is an opportunity cost to it. So you are not investing rupees 10 lakh in all the projects. Suppose you have two, three different options and you have only rupees 10 lakhs. So you cannot like there is an option either you divide 10 lakh into different companies if you have that option, but if you do not have the option, you have 10 lakh and you have to invest all the 10 lakh because the project demands the 10 lakh rupees. So there is a sacrifice you're doing. So you are investing in alternative 1 and not considering alternative 2 and 3. So the you may have earned certain amount of money in alternative 2 and 3. The amount of money which you're foregoing in alternative 2 and 3 is a sacrifice you're making, is the cost you are incurring. Okay. So cost is a sacrifice or foregoing. So cost is an expectation to yield a benefit in return. We incur a cost to yield a benefit, to get a certain amount of facility in return. So now cost may be notional or imputed, right? Cost may be actual or notional. And cost is measured on the basis of some historical or predetermined standard. We whatever case study we will be solving, the cost has already been incurred. It is history. The past expenses is recorded, right? We do not consider the time value of money. Okay, so cost is measured on the basis of some historical or predetermined standards. Now, cost may be expired cost from which no further benefit is expected. So, the amount which is expired cost, we refer to them as expenses. Okay. So, now you understand that cost is not an expense. So, if a layman says what is cost, they will say cost is an expense. So, but now here you learned in slide number 11 that the cost which is expired cost, right, whether from that cost no further benefit can be achieved, that is an expense. Therefore you can say that this, just a second, so you can say that this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. This statement is wrong. Cost is not equals to expense, because expired cost is equals to expense. Clear? So this statement is wrong. So that was about cost. Now let's enter into costing. Oh, uh, we will complete this in next class. We will not dedicate too much time into the theoretical portion. We will do it in a try to complete it by next to next class, and then we will jump into cost sheets. Okay, so that's it for today, everyone. Have a nice day. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Have a nice day,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you. Bye, everyone.